Subgame. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to Normie anime review. I say Normie because I'm not a big watcher of anime. I mean, yeah, I do, but you know, there is people that are way more intense than me. I don't remember the names on stuff, and I would just tell you my opinion on it. And I know that some of you guys sometimes ask me, hey, what is your favorite anime and stuff. These are not my favorite anime though. It's all about 2020 animes on that one, and I watched them like in this week, in the last week, and I will give you my personal review. But again, I'm not a pro. Don't take it personal if I don't like the anime that you do and stuff like that. I will just tell you what is my personal opinion. So yeah, let's go with this. Now, there is a little slide because I had to click on the different thing. The first one is Infinite Dendrogram. So I think people call these things isekai, right? Again, I'm just a normie. So this is a simulation world. I know there is a lot of them and people complain there is too much, I think. But I like them. I don't mind the virtual world and stuff. Now, there is two that I watch for now that are like similar than this. And this one is not my favorite of the two. But it's also a little too much for me about, you know, I don't want to say lolly, but like the girl here is her maid, so he has a weapon and she is the weapon. Same thing go for him and him as well. So it's like you can have, I don't remember the name of the things, embryo that will grow, but most likely it will, well, it can be anything pretty much. But for them, it's like I said, it's maid type. This part I'm not a big fan, but other than that, there is like some fight and stuff, and I mean, it's kind of a shonen thing that they just grow and grow. So I kind of like it still, but I'm not a big fan of the, you know, the lolly part. So I don't know if you would call that lolly. Again, I'm not a big pro on this. These are some image of what the anime could be like. So this is the protagonist on the right, and on the left it's his brother, and he's waiting for him the game. So he's hiding his face because he took his real avatar appearance. His real appearance is his avatar, so he hide it. Pretty fun. There is some fun things in it. Here's the maid once she transformed into the weapon. So this is the second transformation on that one. I don't want to spoil too much because it's a good anime. It's just not the okay. So yeah, I did not take more image for this one, and I will rate this one. Maybe I'm too harsh on that, but 6 out of 10. Okay, because I prefer the other one. So let's go 6 out of 10. Again, not a professional rating here, just me and what I'm thinking. Now, this one, Invaded. This is not my style of anime, but I gave it a shot, and not gonna lie, I watched all of the episodes that are available right now. It's mystery, sci-fi, as you can see, but it's really great. To be honest, it's really great. Like, it's also he's a kind of, but it's not like someone that go in the world and then just he becomes stronger and stronger. No, it's virtual world, because basically they are tracking murderer. It's pretty dark, yeah, pretty dark for young people. So if you're young, I would not recommend it to you. If you don't mind some blood or some horror, like dead people, you know, there is that inside of that. So yeah, it's about people that has been murdered, and when there's a killer, serial killer, there will be like killer and killing intention. They can capture this with a device, and then with this device they can create, I have a picture of a well here. They will capture it in a well, and then inside the well they will put a virtual like machine to go inside of it, and they will try to figure out, like, they will see what is kind of a puzzle world about how the killer intention, right? So they will be able to find out, like, you know, clues about how to find the killer, because the killer is still there. They just go on the crime scene and they try to figure out like how to find it. And here's the one of the protagonists, I mean pretty much the main character, but there is okay, between every, you know, detective things, there is also story, and this is what made this anime really great to me. Every character is, well, main character are pretty great. And yeah, so this guy, like I said, it's one of the main. This is the first world that he will explore. So if you watch the first episode, you will see this one. It's not always like this, but this is inside the well here. Pretty great, I think. Oh, and she is. Oh my bad. She is one of the another character that will come back. That will appear later, and as well, she's a pretty interesting character and stuff. So I just put her here because there is a lot of interesting thing happening in this anime. I would give it a 8.5, right? Really great, really great. Now this one, Housekishou, Richard-shi, blah blah blah. You know, I'm bad with this. It's a mystery. Yeah, it's kind of mystery slash everyday life, you know, scenario kind of things. It's interesting. To me, it's nothing really crazy though. I mean, it was okay. I only watched 2 or 3 episodes of this one. It was becoming a bit boring, but great story and stuff. It just, if I had the choice, I would watch something else. So, yeah. I don't have too much to say about this. I don't want to spoil too much, but basically, his grandma were a thief. This part of the story is pretty great, but I mean after that it just, I don't know where it's going, right? There is no real goal. It's like each episode is kind of different. It's not like he aimed for something all the time, you know. But his grandma has a ring that she stole, and basically he tried to find who stole it. And Richard is a jeweler. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And that's how you met him, and then you work for him, and you have like little story about that. So it's not that bad, but I mean, to me, I prefer shonen and stuff. I prefer action more, and people that grow stronger and stuff, you know. Yeah, Hatena Illusion. This one, okay. Oh, and I give a 6 out of 10 to the other one as well, the same as the first one, because it's good. It's just not the first anime I would watch if I had the choice. Hatena Illusion. Yeah, this one. It started. I mean, you can see the ecchi here. It's, there is not too much ecchi in general, but it's just kind of weird. It's pushing a little too much for me. Like, this girl has a big character. Like, she were thinking that this guy were a girl when she was younger, and he go back to his house because he want to learn magic from her father, and then it's just, she is always mad at him because he's a boy and he never hide it, but she thought he was a girl. You see the thing, like the little girl that just, they try to make it cute kind of, but it's cringe. Okay, it's too much cringe about that, and like she's turning around to be like, to like him in a bit too fast. But other than that, there is magic and there is progression, so I like this part here. And they work with artifact here. As you can see, the little thing here is our artifact. Our mother is the one making dams, and her mother is trying to bring back all the artifact from the family because there is bad people that use it. So pretty interesting story, but character wise, I'm not a big fan of her. This guy is just floppy, I guess. Like, he's always nice. He's not a bad guy, just always nice, and she's still mad at him for some reason, you know. And the ecchi part is like her sister and her are kind of liking him. I don't know. I mean, our sister would not end up with him because she's the one, of course, but that's. But yeah, other than, like I said, the personality of her, I would still rate it a little better than the 2 others that I rated 6, so I would go with 7, because I would still watch this one before because of magic in it and supernatural and stuff like that. But for the romance part, I don't think it's that great to me. Eizouken, blah blah blah. Okay, this one I watched 2 episodes and that was good enough to me. Or even maybe just 1, sorry about that. It's just, it's kind of, the graphic are not that great. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, probably, but it's an adventure comedy and stuff. Like, she wanna be an anime drawer. I mean, she wanna make animes, and she just like money, and she's a super like star, I guess, kind of, and she also want to make anime, but her family is rich and they don't want her to go in this path because they want her to make money and stuff. But yeah, the story is not that bad, but it's, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. The story is kind of, it's just basic to me. It's really basic, and now they just enter in a world of imagination with the anime things, and they just, it's anime draw like badly, like you can see on the image when they go in the imagination world. But other than that, there is, yeah, it's kind of all to be an anime person, all to make anime kind of anime. And I watched similar things before, and I think that the other one I watched before were better than this. So I'm sorry, but this one I will give it a 5. It's just, no, I will not watch more of this. Oh, it's not showing the right name here. It's Daro. Daro, I mean, can we see it in a different way? Okay, I will quit the slideshow then. Okay, Daro, head Daro. Okay, I will go back to this here. This thing here, it's kind of dark, it's kind of weird. It's, yeah, this anime is weird and dark. I only watched 2 or 3 episodes, but I will go more. It's still interesting, but it's weird again. It's like 2 worlds, okay? And Daro, I mean, this guy here has been attacked by one of the sorcerers. So these are sorcerers, and the sorcerers are in the world, and there is like parallel or another world that they can access to, where are the normal humans, and these sorcerers will attack the humans from time to time, and then also the magic from the sorcerer world would affect the human world in a way. I'm saying human world, but you know. And it's kind of funny. There is some comedy into it, which is pretty great. Action, yes. Horror, true. Yeah, these are a good description. It's kind of, as you can see in the graphic here, it's kind of weird world. And this guy basically is a lizard because a sorcerer attacked him, and that made him a lizard. And he tried to find this sorcerer that made him like this, so he can go back to a human. And this girl here is the one helping him, and she's like OP for some reason. She's a ninja basically, and she also has, you know, good asset. Let's say it this way. It's not for kids, okay? It's not ecchi, but you know, there is some part of it that is, you know, again, not for kids, but it's pretty great. Other than that, the story is weird, but it's kind of interesting, and there is some things happening, like for example with this girl here, that made me want to continue watching, just to go like, okay, what happened with this next. But I don't know if it's still really great after that. But oh, whole a dark, decrepit, and disorderly district. Yeah, it's kind of a weird anime. If you're into that, go ahead. And the last one for this video, there is more made in 2020, but this one is it was one of my favorite in the first place, but then I don't know. I mean, yeah, again, the ecchi thing. I'm kind of annoyed about everything being ecchi. There is always like girl with big boobs and stuff. It's just kind of annoying that, and this girl like being attached to him and stuff. But yeah, the main principle of this anime were great. In the first episode, really great, but it faded away with me. I still watch it every day, no problem, but it's, I don't know, it's becoming, the first episode were way better in my expectation than the rest, but it's still a shonen that go, and I like shonen, so I just watch it. But yeah, the main things is each people in this world has numbers, and when their numbers go to 0, they will go to the abyss, and they want to avoid that. So everyone has something that will raise their numbers or going down. So for her, for example, the more she walks, the more her number will raise. If she don't walk, it will go down, right? Well, her, for example, it's people. I think it's people complimenting or quizzing or cooking. If she receives compliment, her number will raise, and stuff like that. And there is what they call, I'm not sure how they call it anymore. Let's call it artifact for now, but it's not exactly a ballot. I think they call it ballot and stuff. But you can have items that will raise your numbers. I mean, you can hold items with numbers on it, and even if you have negative number, you can still be there as long as you hold it. and stuff like that. And the more your number is high, the more stronger you are. If you have a like ballot that can use attack, if you just have a high number but no items, you're just normal kind of. But you cannot, you have to follow the rules of people with higher count than you, right? So stuff like that. Pretty interesting concept, but then it's just turned out into kind of a head cheating kind of. I mean, the story is still great, but yeah. Did I rate this one? I don't think I did. So yeah, I rate this one 5. This one I will go 7 because I still believe it's more interesting than some I've said. Still interesting, weird but interesting. And this one I will go 7 as well. And I forgot to actually add one. Yeah, I will also speak about another one. Can I do like 2020 anime list or something? There is another that I will rate a little better than the, oh yeah, you see this image here. It's a isekai as well. It's a girl with a shield. It's also a lot about, like I said, like head cheating. But this one is even worse in a way. It's better for the story, but it's worse in a way that there we go. Exactly her. Okay, this anime here, I don't know the name. Maybe they will oh, it's a video. Yeah, but that's the thing. This anime is all about girls, kind of. It's like girls going from levels 1 to and up, and this is great, but like this one here. But again, okay, I should not show you this. Okay, this thing here, right? Can I just see the, you know what, that you can see that that's where I took my things. Oh, that's not a 2020. Is that why? Yeah, I don't think it's, I mean, it said winter 2020. So Itai no wa hiya nano blah 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 blah. I mean, you see the things here. This is, it's not about lolly, kind of like it's girls. There is one guy. This guy here is a high level player and he joined their guild and stuff. It's more like RPG thing. This one is more about like showing every aspect of RPG, not realistic RPG. But yeah, this one I would give it a 7 as well. And but I cringe a bit as well, like too much, you know, young girl going into that, and it's kind of weird to just have girls all the time. I mean, there is guy in the story, but it's all about girls being the main character, and I don't know. It's kind of like fan fiction thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, that will be this for this video. I hope I've give some idea for you to watch some anime. And again, I'm not an anime channel, I'm not a pro or anything. I just wanted to tell you my opinion on some animes and tell me if you like it. Maybe I would try to do the same thing, watch 2 or 3 episodes of a lot of different anime and give you my opinion on them if you want. And yeah, that will be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a good one. Bye.